Let's head over now to Janelle Lippi at Regina's YWCA. Janelle, it is International Women's Day this weekend.
That's right. It is coming up this weekend on Sunday, and in honor of that, I'm here with Megan Moore here, and we're going to talk a little bit about what the YWCA has done for women here in Regina. Thank you so much for being here with me this morning.
No, thank you for inviting me. It's been a pleasure to meet you folks so far, and I'm excited to share our story.
Well, there's so many good stories to share. Let's take it all the way back to the beginning, how this all began.
Well, the YWCA Regina has been around for more than 100 years now. It started as a space really to support women, and then it has expanded in the community to become a core community service space. And so there's emergency shelters, low-income residents, there's child cares, a cafe, lots of community programs. The goal really is just to recognize where the community is at and the diversity of supports that women and families need in order to thrive. Our goal is to serve everyone, and so our work is deep-rooted, it's broad, but it's just the best.
It so is. There's so many great resources here. Now, a year and a half in this brand new building. How have you seen the YWCA impact positively these women in the city?
Oh my goodness. We moved into our new space in November of 2024. Our childcare has opened just a few months before that. They actually opened in September of 2024 in this new space. When we moved over here, what we saw was an astronomical change in services and supports that were able to be provided. We were able to add additional childcare spaces and expand that to include infants. We were able to add additional shelter beds and resident spaces. The resident spaces themselves, they were overhauled, and so now instead of being more really colonial or clinical, the goal was to create a space where women could feel at home. And so it's really interesting, if you walk through the resident space, the apartments, the housing is offset, so there is no long hallway. It doesn't feel like you're in jail or in a hospital. It really feels like you're in an apartment complex. Here the women also have access to fully stocked kitchens. They can do all of their own cooking and food prep. They have individual refrigerators and pantries, and so truly this new space has been rooted in dignity and trauma-informed care principles.
Yeah.
It's meant we've been able to serve more women and families in a better way. We've had so many success stories come out of this space where folks have found sobriety, they have found long-term housing, they've been reunified with their family, and the impacts are just invaluable.
I can absolutely tell. What a great resource, Megan. Thank you so very much. Once again, if you need to learn some more information, there's tons of it on that website. Click that link that's popping up on your screen.
Now, let's head back out to track down Janelle Lippi at Regina's YWCA ahead of Women's Day this Sunday.
Good morning. I am back here with Megan. We are down at the Youth Hub, a beautiful space. The colors are gorgeous. Tell me a little bit about this.
Welcome to Home Base. So Home Base Youth Hub is, it's operated, there's 4 of us provincially. It's a provincial project from the government of Saskatchewan, and it really was meant to recognize that youth they're having a tough time in our communities right now. The rates of mental health crises are quite high, the lack of third safe spaces for youth, and so truly the goal was to create a safe and welcoming space. So here at Home Base, youth can show up. We've got a Nintendo Switch 2, they can watch a movie, lots of food in the fridge. They can come in for snacks, play board games. There's a handful of programs that run through the week, so folks can come, bring their friends, and just relax and have fun. Or the space is also fully staffed with peer support workers, a full-time mental health counselor. We have a doctor that's in here once a week. And so if and when the youth need access to support services or wraparound care, all they have to do is reach out and ask. We're able to connect them with low-income programming, help them get connected to housing resources, school resources, and tutoring, anything really they need. We try to be responsive to the youth.
Amazing. You can just tell the energy in here is so loving and wonderful. Tell me a little bit about those programs in specific that you offer.
Oh my gosh. Well, first and foremost, I have to talk about our partnership with the Comeback Society. They've recently joined us in this space. They offer rec programming. We also have She builds her. There's a STEM program that comes in on the weekends. If you as a youth or a family are watching this, we invite you to bring your ideas to this space. We want to know what activities you want because we want this space to be really youth informed.
Absolutely, Megan. Thank you so much for having us once again. We are down at Regina's YWCA. Ton of great resources.
Well, International Women's Day is this weekend on Sunday. Janelle Lippi checking in with the YWCA ahead of that great day.
Good morning. We are wrapping up our morning at the YWCA, and of course, Megan is back with me now. Megan, we are sitting directly beside the secondhand market, which is a huge and very important and accessible offer that you have right here at the YWCA.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit of the importance and helping these women get back on their feet, get a job. What does that mean?
Yeah, so we have 3 social enterprises at the YWCA. So the first one is right beside us. It's the Encore Market on 12th. It's a secondhand clothing store that's fully stocked by community donations. The goal of Encore here on 12th Avenue is really to make sure that when folks are in shelter or living in residence, or if folks are experiencing houselessness, they can still access clean and quality clothing for an affordable price. And so this means that folks get to, regardless of their living situation, wear clothes that fit their style. It also operates as a space for women and families to access job readiness supports and maybe fill some resume gaps. But this is not our only social enterprise. Right behind us here there's also the Encore Cafe, which is delicious. They have this new chicken honey dill on naan sandwich that is to die for. Everything is cooked in-house. We have an incredible chef. His name is Ollie, and he's probably not going to love that I just said his name. And then lastly, we have a third social enterprise on 8th Avenue, right across from Everyday Kitchen. It is, again, fully stocked by donation, but is more focused on housewares, beds, bed frames, washers, dryers, decor, couches. So again, as women and families are transitioning out of our shelter spaces and maybe being placed in housing, we want to make sure that they have access to a bed frame and a dresser, and they're not moving into an empty home. So giving them the option to pick their own furniture and pick their own artwork really sets folks up for success as they exit our space.
Absolutely, it does. Once again, a great initiative, Megan. Thank you so much for spending the morning with me. Once again, down at the YWCA, if you're looking in your closet and thinking, it's looking a little bit crowded in here, always open to some donations. You can head to that website popping up on your screen for more information.